All right, and the 5th Family Planning Week will be celebrated from 26 September 2015. The celebration seeks to increase public awareness and acceptance of family planning and advocates increased commitment to family planning as an essential component of national health and socio-economic development. The celebration is under the theme Family Planning, Know Your Options. So we here are talking about the Family Planning Week. And my guest is Desiree Moko. She's a public health nurse with the Lejokuku Crow Directorate. So good morning to you, and thank you for coming.
Thank you.
This Family Planning Celebration Week, first of all, what do you want people to know about it?
This is the 5th celebration ever since it was launched. And the main tenets behind it is creating awareness on family planning uptake. Yes.
Are we on the different options that you have? Do you have a feeling that even with your municipality, people are opting for it?
Yes, within our municipality, we've done a lot of work. But we are talking about it as a country on the whole. Because when we look at our current population, it's about 24.2 million. And we're expecting this to double in the next 26 years. So these have serious implications for Ghana, because if we don't do anything to curb this population growth, we are going to have a lot of implications. Yes.
But are we interested?
Interested,
Some
yes.
people still have. There are so many. I don't know if I should say myths, but some people seriously don't believe in it.
That's very true, because about 90% of women know about family planning. But when you look at those who actually use it, it's about 30%. So that alone shows that though the knowledge is there, the use of it is quite low. And this can be due to maybe the myths and misconceptions they've heard about it. It could also be due to the fear of the side effects of some of these contraceptives. Yes.
Yeah. I have a friend who said, I am afraid, so I don't even want to try it. Why do you think people have either fear or they simply don't want to believe in it?
I'm not believing in it, but it's usually the fear of the unknown. Yes, and their fear is mainly because of the myths, misconceptions that people, or the rumors that have gone around some of these commodities. And we have realized that most of the time, those who give the rumors, the myths, misconceptions, are not people who use it. Yes.
But you find in some few cases, though, that there are people who have used it. They've tried one method that didn't work for them, and that's the hymn they sing all the time.
That is
it.
And
they box everything together. So, what ideally would you want us to do when we go and see the public health nurses? What should we expect them to tell us, and how do we form an opinion as to what option would be appropriate for us?
If you look at our theme this year, it's family planning, know your options, because we have several options available for everyone. And we always say that the method that suits you is the best method for you. There is no best method in all the commodities, the one that suits you, because what will be good for you might not be good for somebody else. So the important thing is to get to where you can get the information. Get all the information, be sure that you have all the information, and then you will choose, depending on all the options, which you think is best for you. Because you'll be given all the information, how it works, any side effects you should experience, and you are given all that. You even get to see the commodities, and then based upon that you will choose. And that doesn't end there. Whoever you go to see will ask you a lot of questions to see whether really the method you are choosing, it's okay for you. Yes.
I'll ask you to take us through the options, because I see that you're fully prepared to be here this morning. But can I go and say that I want what Auntie Desiree is on, because it's working for her so well. I haven't heard her complain, so I want that same method.
Many a time that is what happens, because you find that somebody goes for one method, had no problem, a colleague or somebody discusses it with her, she says, let me go with you, I'll go and make sure you get the same method I'm on, because I have no problems. But you'll be surprised to know that when they come and they are individually taking through all the methods with all that goes behind it, they usually have a change of method. Yes. So basically, like you asked, we have short-term methods which act for a short time. And then we have the long-term methods, which goes for a few more years. And then we have the permanent methods that we don't have here. But the permanent methods are for life. And for the male, we have the vasectomy. And the female, we have the bilateral tubal ligation. That one, you really have to make a decision, either for medical reasons or for your own personal reasons. You are sure that you don't want any more children. No matter what happens, you are okay with the size you have. You don't want any more children. Because that one, once it's done, it's difficult to reverse it. Some countries are reversing it, but it has cost implications, and the percentage for reversal is very low.
So the vasectomy in some countries can be reversed?
There are some countries who are trying to reverse it after they've made the decision and they want a change of mind. But for here, we don't do it in Ghana. Yes, here we do the vasectomy, but we are not able to reverse it for now.
But I'm curious, do men opt for that?
They do. You'll be amazed. They do, yes. Some are so sure that they don't want any more children, yes, for various reasons, yes.
Okay. All right. So why don't you, you can pick and then take us through what it is.
Okay. So like I said, we have the short-term methods. That includes the natural methods. You know, there are some people who don't want anything artificial to help them, to prevent them from getting pregnant, yes. So we have them all under the short-term methods. Here we have the condom, both the male and the female. We have the tablets that are taken one every day. Then we have this is called the cycle beads. It's used as a tool to help women to remember where they are in their cycle.
Can you take us through this?
Yes, you see, this is for those who have a cycle, a menstrual cycle from 26 to 32 days. They are the only people who can use it. And research has shown that majority of women are within this time frame, 26 to 32. So every day, the lady has to move this ring. And you find out that when she's on the brown ring, if she's to have unprotected sex, she will not get pregnant. But once she enters the white beads days, then if she's to have unprotected sex, her chances of getting pregnant are high. So it gives her and her partner the idea of where in her cycle she is. Yes. It's not a new method, but this tool is quite new. It's just to use it to help ladies to remember exactly where they are. Yes, otherwise they'll have to be doing a lot of calculations.
So this is also on sale?
Yes, it is. If you go to any health facility, you should be able to get it if you opt for the natural family planning with the tool, the cycle bead.
How often has it failed someone?
Failing, you know, like every method can fail you. It means that if you don't want a method to fail you have to use it correctly and consistently. So once you do this one has an effective rate of over 95% if you use it consistently and correctly. And like most of the other methods, once you use it correctly, consistently, it shouldn't fail you.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. But the pills, I mean, it's not something that you put in your handbag and take it every day.
Well, it depends on the lady, because we always tell them to attach it to an activity they do daily. So it depends on the lady. If it's okay with her in her bag and she can remember to take it at a specific time every day, because it's a one-day tablet and the dose is very low. So if you don't take it around the same time, your chances of its failure is great.
So this is not the emergency tablet?
No, no, no. Okay. This is the emergency tablet. And since you've mentioned it, as the name says, it's for emergency. It is not a regular family planning method. It is only used in emergency. When a method fails or when one has unprotected sex, that is when it is used. And it is a combination of these tablets. Some of these tablets is as much as one cycle put together. So it is not something you should be taking often. In a year, at most once. Otherwise, you are abusing it, because you see the tablet small as it is, but the dose is very big. Yes. And you take one, and then 12 hours later, you take the other one. But like I said, emergency, if you need to, just once. Yes. And then one thing about it, once you take an emergency contraception pill, it means that you need to get onto a regular method. Yes.
Okay.
Because you are giving us the signal that you are having unprotected sex and you don't want to become pregnant. So then you should get onto a regular method so that you don't get that unintended pregnancy.
But why are people able to buy it over the counter? Because it looks like if we're able to stop that, then we can control its use.
No, it won't be good to stop it, because emergency, as the name says, comes at any time. If you have to go to a health facility before you get it, the delay, because with this, the earlier you use it, the more effective it is for you. If you delay, then it cannot be effective for you. Yes, that's why it can be sold over the counter, and you can get it at the pharmacy, chemical shops. Yes.
Okay.
Even with us, some people come to us, and depending on the method they opt for and the time of their cycle they are in, they are given one of this just in case. That is it.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm tempted to ask though, the female condoms. I haven't heard anybody say I use it. Really?
Yes. No, but that's one thing about Africans. Our reproductive health is a bit personal to us. Yes. Like the other methods that can be seen, then maybe they'll tell you about it. But for the ones that are not seen, not so many people will tell you about it. But I can tell you that people come to the clinic for the female condom, and they prefer it to the male condom.
Oh, I'm hopeful then. Then that's good.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what other method are we going to be on right now?
We have the IUD.
Before you get to this, how come people use the condom and still end up getting pregnant?
Well, maybe they don't use it properly. Like I said, every method has its high effective rate, but it's only effective if you use it correctly and consistently every time. It's not sometimes. You know, some people will say that, okay, maybe I'll opt for the pills. She's to take it every day. Then maybe for some reason she travels or her partner travels. Then she says, well, if I'm traveling, why should I take the medicine, because I'm not going to have any sex? But then you realize that since it's a daily dose, you need to take it every day.
Oh, so you're taking it whether you have sex or not?
That is it.
Whether you are flowing or not?
That is it. Yes. So with some people, once they are not having sex, they feel they don't need to take it. When they are coming back to where the partner is, then they start taking it. But then you realize that because of the gap, even though she'll be taking it, her chances of getting pregnant are high. Yes.
Okay. All right. So these are the short term.
Yes, these are the short term. Then we come to the long term.
But can't you make the pill long term? Because you can take it every day and it can become a part of you.
Yes, but you see, because you take it every day, like every 24 hours, you must take one. It's more of a short term because it's taken daily.
Okay.
Yes, if you don't take it the following day, then you're at risk of getting pregnant. Yes, but with the long term, once it's done for you, you have up to 3 years, 5 years, 10 years before you need to go for a resupply. Yes, but with the pill, it's a daily thing. The same with the condom. For every sexual intercourse, you need to use one. And it's with this too, it's the same. The cycle beats. Your every day depends on where you are in your cycle. Yes, but for the long term, we have the implants. Let's see. We have the implant that is inserted just in the upper arm. We have one and we have two. The one takes you for 3 years and the two takes you for 5 years. Yes.
Okay.
And then we have the intrauterine device. This one is put into the womb. One is for 10 to 12 years and one is for 5 years. So it depends on which is favorable the client chooses, and it is done.
Okay.
Yes, but one thing about the long-term methods is dependent on the service provider, in that once it is inserted, you cannot remove it yourself. You have to go back for it to be removed anytime you want to stop using it. Yes, but with the short term, once you don't want it, then that is it. And then we also have the injections part of the short term. That one is for 3 months, and then this one is monthly injection, depending on your preference.
So you take a shot and you're free to go?
Yes, for 3 months, and then the other one for 1 month.
Okay. All right. So, thank you for taking us through. But
Yes.
we've heard of some side effects.
Everything has side effects, even the air we breathe. Otherwise, people wouldn't be getting TB, tuberculosis. We get it from the air we breathe due to nobody's fault. Yes.
I think the reason some people stay away is because they've had somebody say, for instance, that, oh, I took the pill and then I just started bloating. That's one of the common ones. People put on weight and they can't control it.
Yes. But you see, the putting on weight, some people prefer to put on weight. Some people opt for it to put on weight. So it depends on the preference, like I said at the beginning, yes, of the individual.
Okay, so what are the side effects that you should be aware of, possible side effects, and how can you control it?
Okay, for every method has its own specific side effects, or what we'll say a little minor problems. Yes. When we go to the hormonals, that is the injection, the pills, and the implants, those are the hormones. And like we always say, we already have our hormones, and this hormone, extra hormones, is to perform some added functions so that you wouldn't have your ovulation, meaning you wouldn't lay eggs. And if you are not laying eggs, then there's no way you can become pregnant. So we find out that those who go for the hormones, they have some menstrual bleeding problems. Some people, we have 3 categories of people. One category wouldn't have the menses at all. One category will have the menses normally. And then the last category won't have the menses, but will be spotting every now and then. Yes. And there's no way to see who will go into which category till you have started. But one good thing is, if you're having any of these, you fall into any of these categories, it means that the drug is working for you. Yes.
If it's not coming at all,
it means the drug is working. Yes.
But should you be worried?
No, you shouldn't, because like I said, there are minor side effects, because if your periods are not coming and you know you are using it for family planning, then it is okay. Unless the lady really wants to see her monthly periods, then it's not a good choice for her once she gets into that category.
Yeah, I used to be worried about it when people said, "Oh, I'm not flowing," because the thinking was that that's bad blood that needs to come and go.
No.
Until I hosted a guy on the show not too long ago, Dr. Stropanyo.
Oh, okay.
You know, who said that it's not bad blood.
No.
It can decide not to come and it's normal.
That is it, and it's normal. With that one, you find out that your blood level is always optimal. Yes.
Okay. All right. So, but how do you control the weight gain, if that's the problem?
The weight gain, we realize that it's peace of mind. You know, the fact that you can have unprotected sex and not get pregnant, that alone is peace of mind for the woman. True. So you find out that that feeling makes them eat. They don't exercise because they know that whatever the case, they are not going to get pregnant. So we realize that when they control their weight, especially what they eat, and then they put in a little exercise, they maintain their weight. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And those who even say they are putting on weight, when they come to the clinic for the first time, we take their baseline information, their weight, their height, blood pressure, and all that. So when they say they are putting on weight and they stand on the scale, you realize that there's not much. Yes, there's not much difference. They are really maintaining their weight. So you wonder where the weight gain they are talking about is coming from. Yes.
You know, this is one of those subjects that you can't just discuss and let it go. You want to involve people in it. So we'll put the phone lines on the screen. Let me also just mention it. 0302-211-69102. You can give us a call. I've got Priscilla joining us from Aflao. Hello, Priscilla. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, Priscilla. Thank you for calling.
I'm watching the program. I've done the 3 months on, but it's like the woman was saying that there's a side effect.
No. Okay, wait. Let's go back a bit. She has not mentioned side effects. I was asking possible side effects.
Okay.
But let's listen to what your problem is. Do you have challenges using it?
Okay, it's like I've done the 3 months, but I'm not flowing.
Okay. How long ago did you do it?
It's like almost 6 months now, 6 years now.
Okay. So it means that you go and do the 3 months every 3 months. That's what you do. So you haven't been flowing for how long now?
Okay, sometimes it comes 2 times, 3 times, and it stops. Sometimes it doesn't come at all.
Okay. Does it worry you?
No, it doesn't worry. But first, when I took it, I become lean. I deformed.
Okay, but now you're okay.
And now I'm okay.
Okay. All right, Priscilla, thank you. But let's hear, what my guest will say to you.
Well, what I'll say is it's normal for somebody who has taken it for 6 years to have no monthly bleedings. Like she said, once in a while she does get it. She mentioned that initially she lost weight. Maybe she was thinking about it when she wasn't getting her menses, yes. But apart from that, some people, like if some people are able to put on weight, then naturally some people were able to also lose weight taking the same hormone. Yes, so maybe that is it. But from what she's saying, I think she's now been able to reach a balance.
Yeah. So this is more of a psychological thing then?
Sort of. But it does happen. Like I said, we have the 3 categories of people. No menses, spotting, and then menses.
Okay.
So it means to say that she's gone into one category where she's not having her menses, but every now and then she seems to have some bleeding. Yes.
So how soon can you get pregnant if you want to when you're on any of the methods?
Well, for the one she's on, usually everybody and its rates.
Okay, before you explain, let me speak to Isaac. He's joining us from that DSO. Hello, Isaac. Good morning to you.
Hello, morning, my dear.
Yes, sir. Thank you for calling.
Yeah. Please, I'm asking you, if mine don't need card runner, how did you do?
You have to come again. I didn't quite get you.
I'm asking if a man.
If you're what?
Man. There's a woman, yeah, she don't need a baby runner. How did you do?
If the man is not what?
No, the need a baby right now.
Oh, if the man doesn't need a baby now, but would need it sometime in the future. You will need it someday.
Maybe 2-3 years.
Okay. All right. Thank you for the question. All right. So
Well, for Isaac who doesn't want to have a baby right now, he could go with his partner. They can go and talk to their family planning provider, service provider, and they'll be given the options. And like we said, they will choose which one. If he wants to, then if he wants children later on, then his only option left is to use the male condom. But his partner has so many options to use till they are ready to deliver.
And you know, that's not fair. Why does the man only have one?
No, he has
and the
two.
woman,
The man has 2.
but the other one is permanent.
It's still an option.
Yeah, but the woman has all these other options, and it will be easy for a man to say, there, you know, so you go for it, you know. But let me speak to James, who's joining us from Jane from Asaman Kessing. Hello, Jane. Good morning.
Morning. Please, I want to know whether if you are not flowing, won't it worry you? Like they are saying that if you are not flowing, then it means the bad blood will end up being fibroid in your stomach or whatever.
Hey,
I don't know
where did you heard that? Somebody said that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But are you on any of the methods?
No, please.
Would you love to be on any of the methods?
Yeah, but because of that, I'm a bit afraid, so I don't know whether it's the truth or not.
Okay. All right. We'll try and see. Is it
Yeah,
true
it's genuine to have fears about anything. Once you have not pursued it, it's natural to have fear. So what I advise her to do is to get to a health center, talk to the family planning service provider. She will talk at length with her. But for now, I want to tell her that there's no way the blood turns into fibroids. They are 2 different entities, yes. What is happening with you not getting your menses is you are not ovulating. And you have to lay eggs before, if it doesn't become a pregnancy, then it is shed as your monthly menses, yes. So we always say that the monthly menses is the tears of a disappointed uterus, yes. So if you are not going to lay eggs, then the uterus is not going to get disappointed to shed blood. That's the mechanism behind it. But fibroids is a different thing altogether, yes.
But I would think that women would rather be excited when the flow is not coming, because we used to jubilate back in school when it wasn't coming.
And it's less expensive too, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you're free. Hello, Alido. Good morning. Hello, Alido.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for calling. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Alidu. We can hear you, so kindly go ahead.
I want to find out, apart from men condom, apart from condom for men, then you have family for men.
There's another one called vasectomy. Hello?
And how does it work?
Okay. You can hang up and then would tell you again because we've gone over it. But thank you very much for calling.
Yeah, so for the men, like I said, they have two methods for now. They have the male condom and they have the vasectomy. The male condom is a short-term method and the vasectomy is a permanent method. So with that one, you really have to think through it. You have to be very sure that no matter what, you want no more children before you go into it. So for now, we have only two methods for the males.
Okay, so I was asking. Okay, let me speak to Yao. I'll come back to what I was asking you before we open the phone lines. Yao in Kumasi, good morning to you. Thank you for calling. Okay, Yao, you have to turn down the volume on your TV set. I can hear myself. So please turn down the volume on your TV set. Yes, good morning, Yao. Have you turned down the volume on that TV set?
Yeah, I've done that.
All right, thank you. Let's hear you.
My wife is on this injection method for about almost 2 years now, and we decided to get another baby. But for the past 8 months now, we are still on that season program. We are not having the pregnancy.
Which method did you say?
The injection method.
Injection, okay.
The 3 months injection.
Okay. But you've stopped for 6 months now,
yes,
and it's not happening.
For the past 8 months now.
8 months, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Yao. Let's get some.
Yes, what is behind it? The hormonal doesn't change your fertility. Some people, as soon as they stop, they get pregnant that very month. But for some people, their fertility, before they even started taking the contraceptive, was like 2 years, 2 years. So probably his wife's fertility, it will return. But it's not the rampant one. That means that as soon as she stops,
then it will
get, yes. So that means that even if she was on no method, she wouldn't get pregnant so soon. Yes, so he should just give it time. 8 months, it's not too bad. She will definitely get pregnant.
Okay.
Yes.
So
once she's
more
had
time.
one and stopped, it will definitely come. Yes,
Okay.
you should just relax and give it time. It will happen.
I think a guest said this, that if you want a child, don't stop immediately when you want it. You know,
Yes.
like stop maybe 6 months way ahead of when you really want it and
true.
start.
Very true.
Okay.
Because even now, it's being proposed that after one birth, you should wait for 24 months before even thinking of getting pregnant again. Yes. So with him stopping and 8 months, it's a bit too soon to get pregnant again.
When should you start worrying, though?
No, he said the child was how old?
No, I'm not
We
sure I
didn't
got
say.
the...
Yeah, but ideally...
But the lady has stopped for 8 months now.
Okay, maybe she's been using it. I didn't get that, how long she had been using it for. But if it's 2 years interval, it's a good time to start again. Yes.
Okay.
Because we need the last one to grow before you think of another pregnancy.
Okay, all right. So, yeah, please hang in there. But I would advise that you still go to the family planning facility so you can get some more education on this. Let's go to Dansaman now. I've got Kathleen. It's a beautiful name, but I don't know if I said it well. Kathleen. Hello?
Hello.
Catherine.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Is it Catherine?
Yes, Catherine.
Okay, so I don't know. My director kind of likes you because he's not mentioning the name properly for me.
It's not an L, it's an R.
Okay, very well. Thank you. Let's hear you.
I want to let my fellow ladies know that there's no myth about this family planning. I used to use the injectables when I had my first baby, but I'm now using the IUD. It's very comfortable, very, very comfortable. There's no need to think about, being safe and all that. You really have the time to enjoy yourself and all that. So I want to...
So why did you move? Why did you change?
I think it was just my first one. I now have two, so I want to have some time before maybe I have the third one.
Okay. So, I've heard that the IUD, sometimes the flow is either more than your normal flow. How is yours like?
It was just the first 2 months that the menses, it was very, very heavy, but subsequent months, normal days, normal flow.
So now you're free. You're not thinking. You're just doing it, enjoying yourself.
Every time, any day, and all that.
Yeah.
So It's very comfortable. It's very
Okay.
comfortable.
All right. Catherine, thank you very much for sharing your experience. And keep enjoying doing it. Thank you very much. If you have a question or a comment, you can also call us 0302-211-6910. We're talking about family planning, the week celebration, and the theme is family planning, know your options. So I think before Yao's question, I asked a similar one. When do you stop when you want to have a child? Maybe we can go back to that.
Yes, for the short-term methods, as soon as you want to stop, you can stop yourself. If you are due for your next injection, you don't go. If you are on pills, you just stop taking it. If it's the condom, you stop. If it's the cycle beads too, you stop. But for the other ones, especially the long-term methods, it's provider dependent. So you have to go and see your family planning provider to get it out so that you are good
I've
to
got
go.
an IUD question, but let me speak to Amma. She's joining us from Aflao. Hello, Amma. Good morning. Hello, Amma.
Good morning.
Good morning, Amma. Thank you so much for calling.
Hello. I'd like to give a little contribution. You know, about the family planning. I've been married for so many years. And I never tasted family planning.
Okay, Amma, hang in there. I really want to hear what you're saying, but you have to turn down the volume on the TV sets so we can have, you know, the conversation flowing. If you can do that for me. And kindly turn down the volume on your television set when you call. Yes, Amma. Hello? Hello? Gomez, do I have Amma? Okay, yes. Amma,
Hello.
I can hear you now. Yes, let's go ahead.
Hello? What I'm saying is that the easiest and the simplest method is, you know, water. You take in water. So after meeting your mate, hello?
Amma, I'm listening. I'm interested.
Hello? After meeting your mate, you just take in plenty water. Then you keep on urinating throughout the night, and that is the simplest family planning. I've never tasted family planning in my life. I'm a woman of about more than 50 years, and that's how I passed through to have all my children.
Okay.
And it's very simple. If you don't take the water, remember you're going to get pregnant.
Okay, so how many children do you have, and what's the interval?
Okay, as an elderly woman, I'm having around 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you are able to plan the children, you know, with this method that you're giving us?
Yes. If you want to take feed, you ignore taking the water, you understand?
Okay. So you stop taking the water when you want to get pregnant?
Come again?
You stop taking the water when you want to get pregnant?
Yes. If you meet your partner, take the water if you want to prevent, you know, that kind of pregnancy.
Is it after the session or before the session?
Yes, after mating, after sex.
Okay.
After sex, just after sex, at times you become tired. So give yourself about 2-3 minutes, relax, then take in water. Take the intake should be more. So, like, you know, the last sip, you feel like, you know, bringing everything out. You feel like vomiting. Then you just push a little, you just go to sleep. Then afterwards, you keep on passing water throughout the night. That's the only job about it. You keep on passing water. And
so,
it's very simple. So
this has worked for you, but do you know of any other person who has also used this method?
Oh, yes. I've been teaching the young woman, you know, as I'm around the water, people keep on, you know, keeping, you know, bringing out after 6 or 2 years, they give another baby, about 4 children. Then I teach you that method to get him free. You understand?
All right, Amma. Very interesting. Never heard it, but thank you for sharing. Have you heard this?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Desiree, have you heard this?
No, I haven't.
You've been practicing for how long?
Well, over 20 years.
Okay.
But I haven't heard of this. No, I haven't. Because as she spoke, with her children and her age, I was looking back at the natural family planning, because we have so many people who use the natural methods and they've been using it for all their children, and they are still using it whilst waiting to enter into menopause. But for this water therapy, I haven't heard about it.
But the natural method you're talking about is the natural one you shared with us.
Yes, you know, the natural methods, there are so many. Some women, when they deliver, up to the time that the child is 6 months, if they give the child only breast milk, morning, evening, then they are sure of protecting themselves for 6 months. But once the child is 6 months or the woman resumes her menses, it doesn't hold anymore. Yes. Yes,
Okay.
it's one of the natural. And then some people use the temperature, daily temperature. When it rises, they know they are in their unsafe period, so they avoid sex or they have protected sex. Yes. You know, there are some religions or some personal feelings, they don't want anything artificial, so they go the natural way. So they study their cycle very well for about 3 to 6 months. And with that, they know when they are fertile and when they are not fertile, and they keep to that. So they need the cooperation of their partner, otherwise it wouldn't work. Yes.
Amazing. Let me speak to Mama, who's joining us from Teshman. Hello, Mama.
Hello, good morning. Mama.
Good morning. Thank you for calling.
Thank you. Please, I'm having 40, but I was on the 3-month one, and I experienced bleeding, continuous bleeding, so I stopped. I went to the knowledge I had for 3 months. That one was given monthly, and I experienced the same thing. So I went to the family planning provider. He gave me some drugs, but still they didn't stop. So he told me that I have to do. So I wanted to use the Jadel. Then he told me that since the two didn't work, you advise me to go from the I.
Hello. Yes, Mama. We're listening. So you're advised to go for the IUD?
Yes.
Okay.
But I fear it.
Okay. What is making you afraid? What is making you afraid?
Okay, naturally, somebody who fears to be like if somebody wants to even put their finger in my vagina, I fear it. If
Okay.
someone has been in labor, I don't want the midwife to do that to me.
Okay.
I have a lot. So I don't even know how to go about it.
Do you want me to give you a little trick?
Yes.
You can go with your husband. Let him hold your. I mean, it's less than 10 minutes, and just take your mind off it. That's what I'm saying. Like, go with somebody, and the closest person would be your husband. And you know, like you're chatting. Before you know, it's done. You can try that and see.
So, please, I wanted to know why all the methods are not good for me. It's only that particular.
You said you've tried 2 so far, right?
Yes.
Okay. You've tried the
Injection, monthly injection, and the
Yes.
3 months
I wanted to
injection.
even do the sugar like this, but the doctor told me that I'm young.
Okay. All right. You. I hear you. I'll let Auntie Desiree answer you, but if you like, you can use the trick that I showed you too.
Yeah. Well, that's a good one to go with the partner. But then, like the family planning provider told her, once she's tried the 2 hormones and she was having these challenges, then it will probably be the same with the 5 years and 3 years that she wanted. That must be why they opted for the IUD. Yes. So for the fear, it's natural. Everybody is afraid of the unknown. But like you said, she should go with the partner. She should talk about her fears, and the service provider should be able to help her to overcome it and have it done within the shortest possible time.
Yeah.
Yes.
But this is real, you know. Some people are just afraid.
Even like she said in labor. So it goes to show that she does have a genuine fear, but it can be overcome.
Yeah. Mama, please try again, yeah? Let me speak to Bismarck, who is in Sonyain, and we're wrapping up this one in a bit. We've spent quite some time on it, but it's very important. Hello, Bismarck.
Hello, my Jessica. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for calling.
Yeah. Okay. I went with my lady. That was 2010. We went for the 5-year-old. But that was last January, we decided to remove the thing, but it's now up to about 6 months now. There is no any sign of pregnancy, and I'm confused about it. I don't know what is going on.
Okay.
So,
All right, Bismarck. Sure. I'll get my guest to. So you said 6 months, right? And it's not coming.
Yes.
Okay. But you went back to the health facility, did you?
Yeah, we went on. That was 30th January, and they removed it.
Okay. But you haven't gone back to tell them the pregnancy is not coming?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
All right. So hang in there. We'll find some answers for you. Desiree, what's happening
well,
in the situation?
initially, what I'll tell Bismarck is they should relax. They shouldn't be too anxious because anxiety alone can reduce their chances of getting pregnant. Yes. But like you said, I think you should go back to the family planning service provider and tell them about what is happening. But like I said, it's not everybody that is immediate. Some people can go as long as 1 year after stopping, and all depends on the individual's fertility. Some people have rapid fertilities than others, yes.
Okay,
yes.
All right. There's an intervention that Dr. Kwaku of the Confanoto Teaching Hospital wants to make. So he's on the phone line right now joining us. Hello, Doc. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mama Z, and good morning to my sweet friend, Desiree. Desiree, hi.
Hi, hello.
Yes, I think it's a very quick one there. And you put out some captions on the screen. Yeah, right now you have birth control pills contain hormones that prevent pregnancy. There's one that you put on. IUD is an implant under the skin that lasts for 3 to 5 years. I think there is a slight mistake over there. Because IUD is not put under the skin.
No.
It's actually put into the womb.
Okay, so that will not be coming from what we are saying.
Yeah, that's, I think, the screen.
Okay,
the
sure.
screenshots. That,
all right.
Yeah, and then it talks about, client talks about Depo-Provera after stopping the pregnancy was not coming at it. Just to let clientele public know that there's a slight delay in return to fertility when you stop the Depo-Provera injection. So they shouldn't get overly worried. But if it's keeping long, about between 9 months to 1 year, then maybe return to us. We have ways that we can help you.
So you can give yourself up to 1 year. If it's still not happening, then you can go and see your doctor.
Yeah, about 70 to 80% have returned to fertility after 12 months.
Okay.
So if it's keeping longer than that, you come to us. We have ways that we can help you.
Okay, that's reassuring.
It's the first time I'm also hearing about the water therapy. So we've been in this business for a while. Yes. But I think it's a pretty risky method to practice. It's not any different from, let's say, withdrawal method. See, the chances that you get pregnant is very high. What she's actually doing is that she's reducing the amount, the number of sperms, if it's that way, that potentially can climb through the uterus and go to the tube and fertilize. So that's what she's trying to do. I know some people that actually, after mating, they actually wash down there also to try. It's not a reliable method, just to caution.
Okay.
That it's not a reliable method. And probably she's lucky that it worked for her. It might not work for another person. So we have to be a little careful there.
All right.
Then about the male contraceptives, it's unfortunate. Currently, we have only 2, like she said. We're working on one with vitamin A, and then we're working with some with injectables that may be given every 3 months. It's a paradox that most contraceptives are made by males, so perhaps we haven't made much effort. But I think the more important thing to encourage our female clientele about is that the undesired effects of pregnancy are felt directly by the female. If you do not want a pregnancy and you have an intended pregnancy, its effects are directly felt by the female. So I guess that we have to take our destiny into our own hands. And then, if we have more methods, why not? The better for us.
Okay. All right, Dr. Kwaku, I really, really appreciate that intervention. Thank you very much for joining us. He works with the Kofa Nochi Teaching Hospital. Okay, so, you know, we have to wrap up, but I don't know if you answered the question that I asked. No, I think it's been well answered.
Yes.
How long do you have to wait?
Yes.
When do you get pregnant?
That's for the hormones, yes. But for the IUD, as soon as you take it out, you can get pregnant. And the same with some of the short term, the condom and co. But like he said, with the hormones, you need to give some time.
Okay.
Especially with the 3 months one. Yes.
All right.
Up to 1 year is okay of waiting. And if not, you should see your health provider for assistance.
Okay. So what have you lined up for the celebration? What should we be expecting?
There's the launch on the 28th at the National Theatre around 10 a.m. And they are going to do some dissemination of the condom, lubrication, and then also for the cost of family planning. And there are going to be some family planning fairs. There will be one at the National Theatre, there will be one at the Nima Cinema Plaza Palace, and there will be one also at Tema Station where they will be offering free family planning services, counseling, commodities. There will be service providers there to answer people's questions, concerns. Yes, that'll be from the 28th to the 30th of this month.
And I like where you're taking it to. You're taking it to people who really need it.
Yes.
Okay, so what can I say? Thank you. We've had new things on the show this morning. It's all good. But whatever you do, I think if you see a doctor, it's better than any other thing. Whatever you hear, you have to cross-check. Others tell you stories that they have not even experienced themselves, and they make it sound like it's their own stories on some of these methods that we've had. But Desiree Mokopoko, public health nurse with the Lojokuku Krowo Directorate. Thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome.
All right, enjoy the celebration.
Same with you. Thank you very much.
Stay with us. It's still a holiday Thursday.